She walks in loud like a thunderstorm, debunking myths with style and form. True crime, conspiracies, her game. Melissa Jade, remember her name. She's loud, feisty, spilling tea, diving deep into mystery, breaking down your wildest claims. Melissa Jade, she's got no shame. Microphone fierce like a roaring lion, unveiling secrets people been hiding. True crime queen of the digital scene, Melissa's got you hooked on her screen. She's loud, feisty, spilling tea, diving deep into mystery, breaking down your wildest claims. Melissa J, she's got no shame. Murders to cover-ups, nothing misses. Melissa's here to share her guesses. She's got theories big and bold, no stone unturned, no case cold. She's loud, feisty, spilling tea, diving deep into mystery, breaking down your wildest claims. Melissa J, she's got no shame. Melissa J, she's got no shame. Melissa J, she's got no shame. From murders to cover-ups, nothing misses. Melissa's here to share her guesses. She's got theories big and bold, no stone unturned, no case cold. She's loud, feisty, spilling tea, diving deep into mystery, breaking down your wildest claims. Melissa J, she's got no shame. 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 She's loud, feisty, spilling tea, diving deep into mystery, breaking down your wildest claims. Melissa J, she's got no shame.
Hello, everybody. Hi, Tess.
Happy Members Only Monday.
Our first Members Only Monday of March.
Woohoo!
Welcome, everybody. And thank you, Dawn, for the super sticker, hun. Hello, hello. How is everybody doing tonight? I'm tired. Just stating that now. I'm tired. And I took a nap, but I'm just tired.
Sometimes that makes it worse.
Yeah. But I got I didn't open it yet, but I got the blanket that Jessica made for me. And I'm really excited.
How awesome. That's so
no.
That's so cool.
Yeah. I'm sorry it's been a rough day in my opinion, LJ. I hope it gets better. Hi, Gidget. Hi, Maddie, Kimmy, Jack, Madonna, Lady F&T. Happy mom, bitches. You too, Lady F&T.
I like that.
Hi, Homer. Hi, KV. Look at all the strawberries. Yay. Hi, Andy. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Nicole again. Welcome. All right, so I'm going to pull up our missing child. Yay. I'm going to pull up.
I sent you?
Yes.
Okay.
A few people had sent me this. So I'll pull up through the Facebook link that you sent because
poor kid.
It's a good media release. Yeah. Hi, Andy. So this is the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office in Oregon, and it has the media release March 2nd, 2025, 6 p.m. Search for Dane Paulson. So on Saturday, March 1st at about 4:25 p.m., the Sheriff's Office responded to a report of a missing 2-year-old male, Dane, from his residence near milepost 21 on Highway 229 north of Siletz, Oregon. A vehicle and an adult male, both of which were not known to the family, were noted near a bridge close to the residence approximately 30 minutes prior to the juvenile's disappearance. Through a community tip, this vehicle and operator have since been located. Following further investigation, this subject and the vehicle are no longer a point of interest. We thank our community for sharing information and tips related to the investigation. At the time of Dane's disappearance, he was playing in the front yard of their residence and out of sight of his parents. Dane is friendly and fearless and is comfortable around strangers and water, but cannot swim. Dane is known to love water and vehicles. At this time, Dane is still missing. Investigators are following up on numerous leads, including investigating various leads provided by our community. We have multiple search and rescue teams and sheriff's posse, along with community volunteers searching the area. Marine teams and divers are searching the river. The Lincoln County Major Crime Team and FBI are also assisting with investigative leads. At this time, Dane's disappearance does not meet the criteria to use the Amber Alert system. Our team will continue to share updates and information via flash alert and social media. There is no evidence at this time to suggest criminal actions are involved in this incident. The Lincoln County Sheriff's Office, including the Enforcement Division, Search and Rescue, and Mounted Posse, is being assisted by Oregon State Police, Lincoln City Police Department, Newport PD, FBI, Siletz Valley Fire, Lane COSO, Clackamas, Polk County, Corvallis Mountain Rescue Unit, Mary's Peak, and Region 3 K9. So far, 382 acres have been searched and 283 miles have been covered. The following resources have been deployed in the initial 24 hours of Dane's disappearance: 88 certified search and rescue members, 4 watercraft, 4 divers, 4 drones, 6 human trailing canines, 40 investigators, and 138 community volunteers. Family resources are being provided by the FBI Special Victims Division. How can the community help? Although our teams will continue to work through the evening, community members are not encouraged to continue their search until daylight tomorrow. Those that are interested in joining search efforts can go to the staging area and check in with the camp host at Elks Tokati Ilahi Campground at 20590 Siletz Highway, Siletz, Oregon 97380. Continue to report information that is relevant to Dane's disappearance or may bring him home to the tip line 541-265-0669. Once again, we thank our community for their compassion and assistance. Our team and the community are working tirelessly to bring Dane home. And this is the photo we have of Dane and the search efforts going on.
Sweet little buddy. Ugh.
Absolutely adorable. Prayers that he's found quickly and could get returned home safely.
Right. He didn't fit the criteria for an Amber Alert, Christina, because they don't have a car.
Right. Yeah, absolutely, Sonia. Okay. He's two. So sad. It's absolutely so sad. And welcome anyone coming in. Absolutely, prayers. Hey, Bogar. Hi, Eureka's mom. All right, so we're going to continue to go through 2024 drop. And while we do that, there was a channel that popped up on my feed. I trust you, KV. Honestly, with something like that, you shouldn't have to prove them negative, right? If you're going to put it out there, it's on you to prove it.
Right.
Not to prove that it doesn't exist. Even though I understand that you can, and I appreciate that. Awesome, Christina Todd. Hi, Sherry. So this popped up in my feed, and I'm like, oh, what's this? And it has all the old tickety talks. And one of them is, hold on, let me pull it up. I figured we could go and we could listen to it. And it says Courtney interview. Hold on. Courtney interview, the one they tried to wipe off the internet, plus more. Now, you guys know I never reviewed Courtney. And I said I had to review Courtney because it only feels right. She kind of just flew under the radar for me. But especially with someone that we know still at least recently actively had communication with Wade, I definitely want to take a listen. And so I figured we would listen to that while we go through this most recent photo drop.
Sounds
Did you, KV? Is it good?
sounds fantastic.
Sounds pretty good to me, but it's just me. So let me know, because I know that we had the Papa Steve stuff, but I kind of want to listen to that. I kind of want to listen to you guys.
It's Mom. Why not? I never thought of Members Only Monday as Mom, and I kind of like that. Chat, you're so clever.
I've thought of Members Only Monday as Mom before, but I'll be honest, it seems weird to put it in my title.
Yeah,
Mom. You know what I mean?
But it's fun to say right now.
Yeah, no, it works. It works.
But I could agree with that.
So this channel, and the channel title is literally called TikTok Lives. Okay. It says Courtney interview, the one that they tried to wipe off the internet, which I don't know. I never saw the original, so I can't tell you why they wanted to wipe it off the internet or what. But the first part is the interview. Second part says phone calls from prison, the call where Jesse and Wade talked about Courtney. Third part is Hood TikTok about call. I don't know what that means. Then Hood and Courtney TikTok says will apologize to Kelly. Then first YouTube Streets interview. Wade rap video with awful lyrics. Back to the first YouTube Streets interview. Recent YouTube Streets interview will not apologize to Kelly. The Mila argument. And then lastly, doesn't like Steve, does not like Steve. So I'm pretty sure it's all compiled together. It's relevant to one another, each piece.
Interesting. That's cool.
So again, I don't know what's in this. I've never seen this. I've never listened to it. I never really ventured out into the Courtney territory. But if you guys are down, yeah, Nicole, it came up right in my feed.
Mine too today. I just didn't get a chance to look at it. And darn you, Melissa, you should have told me that you were going to be on camera. Next time, I'm doing it with you.
You said that last time.
Yeah, I didn't know until like a half an hour ago today.
Yeah, to be fair, yeah, but neither did I, and I just woke up, so...
Yeah, and I already have my face stuff on. You guys don't want to see the snail mucin, I swear. It's all...
When I was a kid, and I wasn't that young, but I was like in middle school, and I never slept over with my grandma before. And so I always associated my grandma with, the face of makeup that she would wear. And we went to Disney World, and me and my sister shared a room with our grandma. And I'll never forget how terrifying it was when we came back from dinner, because, she went to bed at dinner time, and we saw our grandma with no makeup and a full face of Noxzema. Okay.
That's so funny.
It was the scariest shit I've ever seen in my life. Like, rest in peace, grandma, but we were like, because not only was it a naked face, it was Noxzema, just so white, slick. And it was like, grandma.
That is so funny. Oh my gosh, that kills me. Oh,
we went to bring her back gumbo soup. And the next thing you know, like, who is that? Who is that? Okay. Yo, they used to use Noxzema like it was going out of style, man.
That is so funny. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's about it. I mean, we don't use. They still make. I liked that smell in Noxzema. That smelled good. That was a good smell back in the day.
Noxzema?
Yeah, it kind of smelled good.
I don't remember. I just listen. I was traumatized at that point.
You're like, never, no Noxzema for me. Did she have like curlers in or anything?
Oh hell yeah!
Oh yeah!
Oh hell yeah!
Poodle. That's so funny.
Mm-hmm. I can still feel the tingle Noxzema used to leave. Yeah, and the smell of it. My grandma was like that with the Pond's cold cream. Yup.
Oh, Pond's cold cream. My grandma, I thought she always wore nylons, and then one time I saw her without nylons on. And I was like super scared because her legs were like all white. And she's like, they're called pantyhose. I was like, oh, pantyhose.
They're called pantyhose.
She told me.
Like it was just like the first time I've ever seen my grandma like that, and it was terrifying.
Oh yeah, heck yeah.
It was pretty terrifying.
The things we do. saw on TikTok people are putting diaper cream on their face now for wrinkles. And I was like, oh, I should go get some. I'm like, nope, I'm not doing it. I'm just going to stay with what I know.
No, you don't have to go that far.
I know.
But yeah, I know those shoes are killing you. Tess saw someone tagged her. Go ahead.
It's so funny. You can say it.
Someone tagged Tess in who wore it better, and they posted this photo with Luigi's, like, I guess, I don't know what he was wearing, loafers.
Yeah. And then in Wade's really pretty feet.
Oh, Lisa, bless your heart. I caught my grandfather walking out of the bathroom naked, and I told my mom he has cow udders. I had never seen an undressed man before. Trauma. Oh, bless your heart.
Oh, poor kid. Oh, I bet that was so traumatizing.
Oh, no. I hope, is my audio going in and out for anyone or just Sherry? Yeah, I couldn't imagine it being like butt paste Harlot. I can't imagine it being good. Hi, Jamie. Is the audio good? If the audio is bad for you, go out and come back in. What were you going to say?
It's okay to me, but I don't know if that's just for me.
It was for you until you refresh. Thank you, Julia. Okay, yeah. Go out and come back in. Okay. But it's okay now. That's strange. All right, leave and come back. I'll wait for you. You got 14 seconds.
Interesting. YouTube has been weird today, though. I've heard people say that. Like other people, I don't know where I saw it, but I heard it somewhere when I was cleaning and had it on. I don't remember what I was listening to.
Okay. On all channels. Okay, yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, leaving and coming back will fix whatever the issue is. Thank goodness, or else I don't know how to fix it any other way. Okay, so we're going to start. Courtney is a former girlfriend of Wade Wilson. She did have an in-person relationship with him. Okay, and she has been very vocal on the TikToks and on YouTube streets, and it worked, Harlot. That's the way I like it. Those are the types of problems I like, the ones that you can fix very easily.
Or you can tap it a couple times and it works. I like that.
Yeah. Slam the back of the TV, type of make it work. Hey, Little Red. So originally she was advocating for Wade. Then she was against Wade. And then, as far as I know, we found out, hey, you still talk to Wade. And she recently admitted, yeah, no, I'll always love him as a friend. That's pretty much all I know. Hi, Natasha. Is there anything I'm missing?
No, that's the basics. I've seen more, but I'm just going to keep my thoughts to myself right now.
Fair enough. All right, so here we go. I'm so tired.
I met Wade in 2018 on POF. He wrote me first, and I thought he was catfish. So we moved over to Snapchat, and then he sent me pictures that he had off of POF, and so I was like, no, those are off of POF. Send me real ones.
Is that Plenty of Fish?
And he sent me a picture.
Plenty of Fish is, POF. Okay. And so, again, I think there's a disconnect with these women because they find him so attractive. You must be a catfish.
Okay.
Hey, so there's that. I'm finally out of YouTube jail. Oh, no. I know, Katrina. I will. I probably won't stay on too late tonight. And when I say too late, I mean like at least 2 hours, but that's not super late.
No, you got to get rest too, young lady.
I slept.
I know, but it makes you more tired, I swear.
I'm getting really upset because the little bit of time I have, I want to watch a movie or a show and I keep falling asleep. That's when I get mad.
Oh, I hate that.
Mm-hmm. She said in her first live after they stopped talking that if he called her, she would still talk to him because she'll always love him as a friend. Okay, thank you, Julie. See, I didn't watch any of the Courtney stuff, so I'm really not. Hi, to Dog Mom. I'm really not up to date. Hi, C. Carter.
And for me, to be fair, I haven't watched her in a long time. Like, it's been a couple months. Like, nothing new and recent I haven't seen. I saw her at the beginning on TikTok a lot.
And she is Lil Chicken Nugget. Not the chicken nugget that comes in this chat, but she's Little Chicken Nugget. Or is it just Chicken Nugget?
No, I think it's Little Chicken Nugget, maybe.
Okay. So you'll know her in the chat as Little Chicken Nugget.
And I was like, oh my God, he's real.
Yeah, Lil Red. Oh, what attracted you to him? And hold on, I can't see. No, you won't be. Hold on. Trying to let you guys see. No. Shit. This is Courtney.
That worked. Good job. That was impressive.
Don't ask me to do it again. That was harder.
His looks. At first, he's 6'5". He had muscles, he had tattoos, he had these dimples, a beautiful smile. And that's what originally attracted me to him. But afterwards, what it was he was sweet. And he was kind, and he was understanding, and he understood that I had a child with special needs, and he's just, everything that he would say to me was like the perfect answer. And I asked him what his flaw was, because he's perfect. And he told me, I think he was 24 or 25 years old at the time, he told me that his only flaw was that he didn't have a good woman in his life.
Okay, so again, nothing about his personality, but he was 6 foot like Fall Guys. So, which I get, I know, a lot of us like tall men, but you can't just give a tall guy and nothing else with it. Okay.
No, Melissa, he was kind and sweet.
Okay, sure. The only flaw he has is that he doesn't have a good woman in his life. Callie, I don't know, is my vape a stimulant? It's
Nicotine?
tobacco juice? I don't know.
Isn't all nicotine kind of a stimulant?
Mm.
I missed that part of health class.
I guess. Like, it's not poking smut, if that's what you mean. Like, it's
just nicotine.
It's just nicotine.
Yeah.
Or
Nicotine.
melon of the water, or, you know.
Yeah. Melon of the water.
Yeah.
Mine is the mint of the Miami.
Oh, no, I don't want to smoke paste of the tooth. The next one says, friends and family say that he's very friendly and easygoing. Would you agree?
Yeah, he is. Anywhere we went, he didn't even know the people. We went to Winn-Dixie. He didn't even know them, and he was sitting there talking with them like they did lifelong friends. And that's just how he is. But it's also because he's got that. He doesn't have that, like that mean face. He's got that face that's like, hey, how you been? And just start up a conversation.
Thank you, Marcel. All women want me. I'm 5'9". You go, Marcel.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna have to read this shit the whole time. What's the nicest memory you can share with us? Please do. Please. What is the nicest memory with Wade Wilson you could share with us?
My sister, she had a high-risk pregnancy back in November of 2018. Yes, 2018. And I told him my sister's in the hospital. and she was going to be having her baby tomorrow. She's bleeding a lot. She's high risk. And I was going to take a train from West Palm Beach to Orlando, which would have taken about 4 hours. And Wade goes, "Can I take you?" And I said, yeah, I mean, if you want to take me. And we drove all the way up to Orlando laughing. He was freestyling. Just, you know, a good grand old time. So when we got to Orlando, he was going to originally just drop me off. And I said, "Do you want to meet my sister? You want to come inside?" And he was like, "I mean, yeah, I want to go in, but I don't know how your family would feel about that." But I told him, "Come on. You know, you drove me all the way here." So we parked the car. We went. He met my sister. He met my entire family, and he met my new nephew. He held him, and it was, you know, it was sweet that he was able to bring me all the way to Orlando.
So he gave you a ride. Was it his car? Just curious. Who recorded this? Does anybody know? Because why is this in like an interview format? Was this Jessie as Marie?
Yeah, remember when Jessie went to her house and this is when Jessie went to Marie.
This was Jessie as Marie sitting in her home.
Interviewing her about Wade as Wade's undercover fiance. If you say it like that, yes.
Do you know how twisted this is?
It really is, kind of. When you say it like that, that's so messed up.
Say it like that. That's literally what it is.
Right. Mm-hmm. I just never thought of it. Yeah.
Oh!
And pretended.
I will say it again, Remy. This, what you're hearing right now, is Courtney in an interview. An OG Wade wife that did date Wade for a short period of time in real life before the murders. This interview is being done with Jessie in her home, recording her, just sitting her on her couch. But Courtney didn't know it was Jessie because Jessie was using an identity called Marie at this time and was engaged to Wade. So do you know how creepy it is to go to someone's home, sit in their home as the fiance of this double murderer, but the person you're interviewing, his former girlfriend, doesn't know you're currently with him and doesn't even know your real name? And honestly, Courtney, what you doing letting someone in your home that you really don't even fucking know like that? Sorry, but that's dangerous. It really is dangerous.
Right.
You're both nuts. That like...
But
sorry, there's just no other way to put it. You're both nuts.
But remember, Jessie is very honest and never lies about anything.
Okay.
Just reminding you.
Yeah, for sure.
Believe everything she says.
That's why you can't hear Jessie's voice asking the questions.
Of course.
So there's that. And she's not fat. Oh, okay, whatever. Yeah, it's her home.
Courtney's not fat, not fat whatsoever.
No.
That shut up, Jessie and Wade.
Okay. So now it's showing a clip of Kelly.
Now let us debunk some lies, shall we?
Let's shall.
Yes. So Wade texted me earlier in the day, and he asked me, you know, "Can I come down there? I want to be with you." And I told him, of course, you know, because I wanted to be with him too. So he's like, "All right, I'm gonna get my stuff together, and then, you know, we'll head down there." So I was like, "All right, just, you know, keep me in the loop. Let me know when, you know, more or less when you'll be here." So around 2 a.m. he called, and he said, "Hey, you know, we're about to be there. You should head over there." So I headed over to the gas station, and when they pulled up, Kelly was driving. Wade was in the passenger seat. He got out. He went to go get his backpack, and we see Kelly, and she leans forward and she goes, "Please don't leave me. Please don't do anything. Just please don't go." And
So was this a bash Kelly, let's come back, what Kelly was putting out there at this time?
Yep.
So not standing with women and victims. I got you. Thank you so much, Lily. All while amazing Wade knew it was not Marie. Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
Discrediting what Kelly said, basically.
Mm.
Trying to.
Yes, Tara. Literally, yes. And not only did she go under a whole nother identity, she was Wade's fiance, one of Wade's fiancés. Courtney doesn't know. Who does Courtney think she is? Just this chick Marie.
On Team Wade.
On Team Wade. Okay. So this is, you want to explain how Kelly and Courtney have that overlap?
I think they do. If it's the same interview I saw a long time ago, she explains how, when Wade assaulted Kelly, she brings him to meet someone in a parking lot, and then he leaves her. If you remember that part of the story, the person that they meet in the parking lot is Courtney.
Okay.
Do you remember that part of the story? At the end, after, all the times of all the things that he did to her, and then she drops him off in a parking lot, Courtney's the person in the parking lot that picks him up.
Okay.
But I do, if it's the same interview that it was back this summer, I think they talk about it.
Said, no, Kelly, I'm done. I'm leaving. And, she's just begging him, please, please, please. And I could see Kelly clear as day, gas stations, they got lights. So she didn't have any bruising. Her lip wasn't busted. She didn't look like she was a scared, battered woman or anything like that. She was fine. And when Wade and I were...
Pause.
Yeah.
And I'm not the biggest fan of Kelly.
No, me neither.
She's a victim.
Correct.
And nobody can argue those pictures. She didn't do that to herself.
Correct.
Both can be true at the same time. You don't have to necessarily like someone or agree with their actions and acknowledge that they're a victim. And she had the booty kicked out of her.
Yes.
And are we really going to believe the exact thing that so many other victims had claimed happened to them, which is exactly what she described and what Wade would describe in the future, didn't happen to her? Really?
Exactly.
Thank you, Southern Gal. I don't think he's attractive. Is it just me? No, it's not just you. Okay, Andrea, I will. No, she didn't bite her own chin.
Michelle Sellers, I know. I'm sorry if I made it sound like I didn't know that. Absolutely know that. I was just explaining what Courtney was trying to do in this interview. Not that I believed anything she said about what happened in the interview.
Walking away, Kelly she didn't speed off like she was afraid for her life or anything like that. She drove off normal. No, she wasn't scared of him at all.
Hold on. I skipped the question. Welcome so much, Lucid Dreams. Thank you for becoming a member. Did Kelly seemed disheveled or afraid? Jesse, you couldn't even write this right. Did Kelly seemed disheveled or afraid? Really? So it was that important to just discredit a victim? Really? Okay.
That's what this was all about.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
No, she wasn't scared of him at all. She was literally begging him to please don't leave me. I'll do anything. She had her shirt on. She was fully clothed. She didn't look beaten. She didn't have a busted lip. Like if she had a busted lip, I think all of this would have. Wade's a big guy with a lot of power. If he would have hit her, all of this would have been swollen.
Wow. So much for standing together, huh? Thank you so much, Melissa, for 14 months. You look amazing and sound tired. Thank you.
Real girl.
I am tired.
Girls.
Yeah. What, like that's great, guys. What does it tell you when we come to the day and age where literally women don't stand next to each other in solidarity against DV and against murderers of women. She's talking about Kelly, one of Wade's former girlfriends that he very much abused. We went through the incident reports and everything.
And this is after he's in jail. So it's not like they didn't know that he's in jail for murder at this point. You know what I mean? Maybe Courtney felt differently back before, but she, you know, like the guy's in jail for murder. Just not cool.
Describe Wade's appearance and demeanor.
He was just really happy to see me, happy to get away from Kelly. And he didn't seem like he had just, tied someone up and, all of the things that she said that he did to her. It didn't seem like he did any of that. He seemed fine. Just happy and just happy to get away from her.
What happened after you left the gas station?
So we went home. We sat outside, smoked a cigarette, talked a little bit, and just kind of catching up because we hadn't seen each other in
Holy moly,
like 2 weeks or so. And then we went inside and we laid down, but that was it for that night. And then when we woke up, Kelly was messaging him, emailing him. And, oh, I have your EBT card here. What's the code? Blah, blah, blah. Just trying to, get him to respond to her. And I just kept telling him, she'll eventually stop, but it didn't. That didn't happen.
How soon after did you start to be harassed by Kelly?
I would say the next day or the day after. When she was able to figure out who I was is when she started.
Okay, hold on. Jesus. This is like a friggin' video we should be watching because
I want
right.
to say the next day or the day after when she was.
It shows screenshots. Kelly, you would have it too if I had herpes. What am I? Which I can't verify this, but you'd have it too if I had herpes. But I don't have anything. You do though. Again, if I had herpes, you'd also have herpes. Since you effed my boyfriend at the time. Okay, heffalump. That's what your fat ass told me. Ha 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 ha. You even told my sister that you had herpes, that you gave it to Wade, which you did. I don't want to read this, honestly.
Then don't.
I don't want to read that because honestly, it's not my business what anyone's medical condition is. I'll talk about Wade. I don't want to talk about victims.
Right. Link it, and if people want to see it,
I'll link it.
But it didn't. That didn't happen.
How soon after did you start to get harassed by Kelly? So I just jumped back a moment.
I want to say the next day or the day after, when she was able to figure out who I was, is when she started messaging me constantly. And even if I didn't,
thank you, Marcel, but respectfully, you don't know what I want.
She was still one after another. She kept blowing me up.
Not confirmed, Marcel. How many messages did you receive from Kelly?
She messaged me on 2 different Instagram accounts. She messaged me off of her Facebook account. She made another Facebook account and wrote me off of that one. So I want to say in total, maybe more than 500.
Did she reach out to any other family members? So this is just a discredit of Jesse. Kelly. You went all the way to Courtney's home, sat in her house with her children under a fake identity just to record a fucking interview for social media, which means nothing. Discrediting someone he very clearly was abusive to.
Correct.
Emily. I
am
love whatever Melissa's about to say when she starts with respectfully. It's the only way I could try to let you know I'm not trying to be a bitch, but I also got to say something. Thank you, Elfie. If you were words on a page, you'd be fine.
Aww.
Did she reach? Did she reach out to any other family members?
Yeah, she reached out to my sister. She was like, "Do you know where Wade is? Do you know where your sister is? Do you know what they're doing? Oh, I need the detective needs to talk to him. Oh, detective's looking for your sister, and this one and that one, and then just constantly harassing my sister to the point that she was like, "What do you want me to do?" And I was like, "Tell her where I'm at," and she did.
Did she try to contact Wade after the incident?
So, yeah, every single day after, she was, writing him and saying, "Oh, I miss and I miss being on top, and I miss being on top of you," things like that. And she also said that if he wanted to trade nudes on Snapchat, that he could.
Why are you cutting that out, Jesse? Now I'm just paying a close attention to the edits too. You don't want that to be heard, do you, Jesse? Where can they switch news at? Have you spoken to Wade recently?
I speak to Wade every day. Just basically, letting him know, like.
Oh, sorry. Jesse, how good did it feel when you heard that? Ooh, did you sit there as Marie, like,
smile through the pain?
Eye twitching and shit?
Can you picture it?
Yeah. Oh.
That's funny.
Whoa.
I speak to Wade every day. Just basically, letting him know, like, everything's okay. I'm gonna try and help him because I want to help him. He's a good person, and everyone believes what they hear on the internet that he's such a bad person because nobody else has come forward because they're probably afraid of the backlash that they're gonna receive. I don't care. I want Wade. I want people to know the person that he is and the person that I dated. That he's not this monster that everyone is portraying him to be.
Welcome, Mirabelle. Thank you for becoming a member.
Is that smoke, Melissa?
What?
On his face?
No, that's another empty pen cap.
Okay.
Did Wade tell you about a fundraising page?
He told me that he specifically told me to tell you guys that his Fundly is Save Wade Stephen Wilson, and his PayPal is just his name, Wade Stephen Wilson. For TikTok and for Instagram, it's going to be Wade Stephen Wilson Official, and then the backup page is Let Wade Wilson Live.
How can people best support Wade at this time?
The best way that people can support him is by donating to the Fundly or the PayPal so that he could get new lawyers, a fair trial, and, get his fair shot.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Yeah, he wanted me to give a shout out to Team Wade, to everyone that, that's running his official Instagrams, TikToks, Fundlys, PayPals, all of that. He wanted me to give a shout out to them because they're working day and night very hard for him. And he just wanted to thank them for all their hard work. And he also wanted to thank you guys as well for all your support and love.
Okay. Oh, and their thing ends with, "Give it up, Kelly." Okay.
Classy.
And thank you, Vic Blanco, for becoming a member. Thanks, Melissa. You're the sweetest. Okay, so then it transitions into
dated a person.
unallows a... Hey guys, please report her because this is not true. Courtney still supports Wade, and she will always do. I dated a person that unallows a... Hey guys, please report her because this is not true. Courtney still supports Wade, and she will always do.
Wade and Jesse phone call talking about Courtney September 30th, 2024. You guys, I don't know. I'm just going along with the ride with you. I didn't follow all the Courtney stuff. They're going to start debunking Courtney. Perfect.
Awesome.
And thank you, Chris, for being a member for 10 months. Even if I'm not chatting, I'm listening. I adore you. Thank you, Chris.
I was hoping this would kind of happen when I saw it came out. So this comment says, this just confirms his dad, your biological dad, doesn't care about him at all. Now he's just trying to make some money out of him. I feel for Wade. And it goes back to, like, today, clearly, with the your dad's interview dropping literally at the same time we dropped the Courtney interview. It was not great, I'm going to be honest with you. I think you know that as well, too. He's a piece of shit. But
yeah,
people now are seeing through him, and they're like, wow, how can you talk badly like that? Like, about this guy. Look at him. Like, look at the Courtney video, and, like, how she paints him in this nice light. Like, how can you do that to your son?
Right.
So it's actually, like, I had a feeling people are empathizing now, too, and they're like, wow, this is fucked up.
Listen, we got the whole world on our side. But guess what we need?
Yeah. I think you said it. It's great.
Yeah, but guess what we need? We need to go crank up.
Money. I know.
We got the no money. What are you doing?
I'm just laying down. What are you doing?
Just laying down. Can you tell me what else is going on with the video? I don't care about my dad's video. Fuck him. He's a fucking cocksucker.
Yeah, I know.
What about Courtney's video? What about our shit?
It's going good, like I said. Hold on, I'll pull it up.
Fuck the other side. Our shit.
Thank you, Michelle.
The Courtney video has over 5,000 views.
Okay.
The Courtney teaser trailer, though, for this interview, that's why I know this one's going to do good. It had over 87,000 in a day. Yeah, so that's why I know that
you have 1 minute remaining.
That's why I know the interview is going to continue to grow because the teaser trailer already had 87,000. Like, you're almost at 20,000 followers. So I told her, I'm like,
yeah.
Right. Ready for going.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah. Have you spoken to Wade recently?
I speak to Wade every day. Just basically, letting him know, like, everything's okay, I'm going to try and help him. Because I want to help him. Wade's a good person. And, everyone believes what they hear on the internet that he's such a bad person because nobody else has come forward because they're probably afraid of the backlash that they're going to receive. I don't care. I want Wade. I want people to know the person that he is, the person that I dated, that he's not this monster that everyone is portraying.
And then real quick, she ends it with "Give It Up, Kelly," and it's a photo Kelly posted, like maybe.
Now they're saying how they ended at that interview. Just like I told you, they put a photo of Kelly. And thank you so much, Melinda, for that gifted membership. Welcome. Congrats to whoever got it. Thank you, Jess, for the super sticker. And I'm sorry, Mirabelle. I was trying to figure out what. Maybe I just misunderstood what the question was as far as joining. But I'm sure one of the mods can help you. Thank you, Jess, so much. Thank you all for being here.
Like 3 weeks ago, and it's
welcome, Dawn.
She's just probably doing so much makeup, and her comment is, "I need a tattooed hand around my throat."
Right. Oh my God.
We're gonna fucking just.
Oh my God. This is fucking hilarious.
And then she ends it with "liar" on the back with her face and shit in the video. Liar. Fucking go. And it says, "We know the truth now."
Wow. She did it.
Holy shit. Yeah. You fucking knocked it out of the park. I'm just pumping her up right now.
Pumping her up, right?
Yeah, she fucking crushed it. It's hilarious, dude. That's fucking great. And then at the very end, it's the picture again of you sitting in Kelly's car just to fuck with her. And it says, we know the truth now.
He's really mean.
He said anything else. And then it just says, save weight.
I don't like, listen, we go into killers all the time. But it's kind of similar to what I say about Aunt Brenda. Hi, Anna. Oh, thanks, Melinda. When you're condoning what they're doing, what does that make you?
Yeah.
Hi, Pointer Lover. Hi, Just More. I think it's the residue, Wolfie, from, because I was wondering the same thing, but I think it's the residue because I usually put a piece of tape there. Right here, this piece of tape. Like black electrical tape.
Oh,
and I think from when I pulled it off, it's making like a fuzzy, right? I probably have to wipe the sticky down, but I pulled it off like 4 seconds before I went live.
well,
So
through the residue, you look fan-freaking-tastic.
thanks. And thank you so much, MK. Welcome, welcome. I need one of those real things that they make them, that they put it over there.
My son has one of those.
Yeah. I'm guilty of the tape too. Yeah. And so it's still looking a bit.
It's not that bad.
Whatever. I don't give a shit.
Wolfie, you are hilarious.
Look at his eyes.
Oh, wow.
Infecticus.
Yeah, they are. Imagine how much that itches and burns. That would drive me crazy.
What you both said I sounded like I'm beatboxing. Was I any good? Beatboxing?
When you were wiping the screen, it made a noise.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Really? That's the
It does.
camera, not the mic.
It does kind of sound like beatboxing.
Shit.
That's kind of cool.
I hope I was good. I hope
You
I
were
didn't disappoint.
You're fly.
Okay. I was pretty fly.
Yeah.
A beatbox. Oh, snap.
It really did kind of, like, now that they say that, it really did. That's hilarious.
Shit. Well, you're welcome. Entertainment, man.
Wiki, wiki, wiki. Whatever that thing.
At the end. This is gonna crush it. I can't fucking wait. Oh,
So tell me, like, visually how that looked. Besides Courtney being ugly as fuck. Right.
Wow.
But otherwise.
hold on, sorry. I'm texting Val because she's being.
Except Courtney being ugly as fuck. Not my words. His words, just saying. I'm just repeating what he said. So, Courtney, you just allowed him in. You just allowed her into your home, a complete stranger with your children, to defend a murderer. And the first thing he says about you, before the interview's even dropped, you're ugly as fuck. I don't think you're ugly as fuck. I'm not shame. I'm just saying that's what he's saying.
Right.
It's a good idea, Lady F&T.
It's nothing early. I'm in no way a professional editor. I'm like, boo, that's amazing. You did so fucking good. So fucking good. Such a great job. It's perfect. Let's destroy that bitch. Let's destroy.
Let's destroy that.
We always call her.
Yeah, that's
like
so fucking funny.
So visually, the biggest thing with Courtney is like I kept having to remind her of her posture and like not looking like a fucking troll. So like Val was like, ideally she would have been sitting at a table where it could have the fat rolls. I'm like, ideally that would have been great, but Val, she had no table in her house. She legit had no table. I'm like,
whoa, wait. Did she just say ideally it would have been nice if she could sit at a table so her fat rolls weren't seen?
That's exactly what she said. Classy.
Yo, first of all, she had kids. She was not fat in that. She looked great.
Not at all.
Honestly, I'm not gonna be petty. She looked great. She did not look fat.
Not even remote.
That is your own insecurities, Jesse, that you have to take a dig to make sure Wade doesn't find her attractive. But guess what? Wade finds anything attractive.
Right.
She turned around and fat shamed Jesse. Natasha.
Courtney is far more aesthetically pleasing than Jesse in current time. You know, like those pictures of Jesse from the past, she looks pretty. That's fine. But she's got an ugly heart. So
They're just all, it says something if you really have to attack each other's looks.
exactly.
It just speaks volumes. And I'm not sticking up for either side here.
I'm not
But
either.
come on, man. Your insecurity is screaming.
From a hotel. Like I said, I got a hotel, but she's clinic.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But we did what we could with the best, and then she did the best with the audio because the kids are fucking screaming in the background. So I'm like, I know I think footage to deal with Val, but I'm like, you did such a good job. But
He's
most of
scary.
it's Kelly talking, and then there's some pictures, some nice pictures of you in between, and then it's just fucking roasting Kelly and her messages that she sent you.
Yeah.
I don't like that photo.
Yeah.
Okay.
I said, that's the story. That kind of yes, please. Enough of her. Whatever. Ready to post? Whatever. You let me know. We're gonna fucking destroy her. I can't wait to tell you.
Come on, post that bitch.
Yay,
Please.
Nikki.
She just said I'm not enthusiastic today. I'm like, are you okay? I'm not sure what's going on.
Ooh.
Who
said that?
he has poopy lips. Look,
No, he doesn't. Don't say that.
he's got the line, like, look at the,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, to differentiate outer from inner.
Ooh. Some chapstick.
He's got enough Vaseline.
I know. Why isn't he using it on his lips? Please wait. There's a chapstick.
She feels blue.
Why?
She just had a rough day. We've all honestly.
Oh, it scared me.
Guys. I mean, y'all gotta be understand. Like
What's this, you might ask? It says hood TikTok about call. I don't keep up with the TikTok world, so I don't.
That lady Wade stayed at her house before. That's what I.
What?
Yeah, like when he was dating, I believe. Now, chat can correct me because I'm trying to lose some of this information out of my mind. But he was dating the one who's dating Eric now, I think, and they stayed at her house for a while in Texas, maybe. Chat can tell you if I'm right or wrong, but I think it's something like that.
Okay, we'll roll with that.
she's upset. She's upset, y'all, because I mean, like I said, she
Look at me.
finished the call. Okay, my bad. It's probably a few seconds left. Let me hold on. Those of y'all who just joined, that was the new call that dropped on YouTube. It was a call in regards from Jesse and Wade. They were talking mad shit about Courtney, about their highest donator. She donated $24,000 to his family, and they were talking, like, when I say bad, I mean like really.
Wait, Courtney did?
I guess.
Courtney donated $24,000 to his fund lane, and she didn't have a table like Jesse said.
I don't know. I don't know if Courtney did.
Wow.
Ugly shit about pictures of her and
Just okay,
horrible.
Jeanette.
Horrible.
Got it.
Horrible. I am going to apologize.
Okay, now, thank you. They're talking about Jeanette. Okay. He's drained, if you know what I mean. Now it's Courtney and this hood lady on TikTok. And Courtney at this point is saying she'll apologize to Kelly. All those nasty things she said about Kelly, but now she'll apologize.
To Kelly, because I did not think that that's what that interview was all about.
Sorry. You did not. You are going to apologize to Kelly. Remember this. You're going to apologize to Kelly because you did not think that that interview was going to be like that. But you couldn't determine what that interview was going to be about based on the questions alone?
Yeah. Come on.
Come on. Come on. You even produced text messages.
Yeah.
And I had when I heard that yesterday, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe that they used me to do that. Because that wasn't my intention.
What was your intention?
And I do feel bad that that's what they used me for. So yeah, I'm gonna write Kelly later on today, and I'm gonna apologize to her for that because it shouldn't have been like that.
I say one thing.
Okay. Now, and this is what I was originally going to go over, but this is Courtney's first interview with YouTube Streets on September 25th, 2024. So let's.
Can I say one thing really quick?
Yeah.
The one thing that bothers me, it just like so much revisionist history that happens. It's like if you just do something and that's dumb, or make a mistake, or say something, or do something wrong, own it. And then it can be over and you don't have to lie about it for 45 years afterwards. That's my advice as an older person to other people. That is all.
Don't lie.
Right. It's so dumb. Especially, do you not know on the internet, you always get caught. Always.
The internet will not let you lie.
Like you can't. You just can't do it. It's 2025. People don't let you lie, and they will find every single thing about you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm done.
I never heard this Courtney interview on YouTube Streets. I wanted to review it. I was going to do it the other day, but this works. And thank you all so much for being here. Hit the thumbs up if you already haven't. We'll gift out a Patreon at 400 likes. So the mods will, Natasha Harley, you know what to do. He's got his fingers once again in his mouth. And is anyone going to not mention? I was waiting if anyone was going to notice. Nobody has said anything. His ring finger. I don't know if it's a shadow. Maybe it's a shadow.
Oh. What is that?
I can't determine if it's the shadow of the pinky or if it's poop.
Tell me that's not poop. That can't. It's a shadow. We're gonna go.
I think maybe it's a shadow or a bruise. I don't know, Jessica. No, I have no idea. Thank you, Andrew. That's so kind of you. I don't know.
How long? I mean, like you said, you were off and on, so I understand. But how long were you in communication with him?
So from September is when we started talking. The beginning of like October, we were together.
Shadow.
2018.
Yeah.
Okay, so that falls right in line with the same time that he met Kelly.
Yeah.
On Plenty of Fish as well, when he was living at the halfway house.
And then we broke up in April. So like he came back to be with me in February. From February to April.
Mm-hmm.
And then we broke up because, you know, I already aired it out on TikTok, but you know, like it wasn't really relevant to the case, and I didn't want people to view him in a bad light. But it's already out there. Yeah, but I mean, the amount of pictures that she has of him. I mean, pictures don't mean shit. It could have all been taken the same day. But I have months and months and months of messages, phone calls, pictures, phone calls, everything with him.
Is it safe to say that Kelly is trying to be like a little vindictive, like you're trying to like, you know, kind of poke you when it comes to like having the one up? Because that's what it seems like.
Yeah, and she, like, I mean, she does hate me. Huh?
I said even now, even after everything's said and done, it seems like she still has this chip on her shoulder.
Yeah, and I mean, if you guys listen to her story time, she never mentions me. She says, oh, and then he did, you know, she completely goes over me and mentions the guy. And then when I come out, that's when she starts mentioning me.
Right, because in her storyline, she had him, Sarah had him, she had him, then he left her for
Like
you.
after that, I broke up with him because he was supposed to come and see. I was getting pictures of him and another guy. So you're a liar and you're gay. And
going up to the murders. So when did you find out about the murders, Courtney?
I believe it was the day, October 7th. I wrote him and I was like, what the hell happened? And I never heard anything from him. Yep. And I never heard anything from him. And then I think like,
Okay, sorry, I just saw this comment and it just makes me mind blown because if anybody actually watched my coverage, they would have known I openly said, hey, guess what, guys? Little did I know, but Mallory knows me back from fucking 5 years ago from Just Larry's chat. And now I don't remember her, but to be fair, I became a creator and I deal with so many different usernames on a daily basis. I can't remember everybody, but I'm the one who openly shared that. You guys wouldn't know that if I didn't share that part. It's not some big conspiracy because first of all, that's what made her have a little bit more credibility and I trusted her is that, oh, you also came from the true crime community and you've been here and it wasn't just Wade that brought you here. But it's not some big crazy thing that if you're in the true crime community, you may have been in a chat with someone way before I was even a creator. But our emails, not that I would show our emails without permission on both sides, but the emails literally show it's the first interaction and, hey, you remember me from Just Larry's chat? No fucking way. It's not some big crazy thing.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Many of us go back years. I didn't know that there was an overlap until she mentioned there was that overlap. But you guys make it seem like we've had any prior communication privately. There wasn't. And I'm the one who shared it. Dumbasses.
I mean, when people like true crime, they look at the same things. It's so nonsensical to think that that's some big secret thing when it's so dumb.
Yeah, I saw them trying to say, basically, I sent Mallory in. No, dude, I don't care that much. We happened to both be into the Watts case, clearly 5 years ago. That's it.
Are you kidding? Melissa didn't even know the case until when? August? Right?
Yeah. Yeah. What, Wade, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah. Or July, maybe?
Yeah, respectfully, dumbasses.
Respectfully.
the next day or the day after that, she was already on the news saying that, if the cops would have done their job, they could have prevented these murders and blah, blah, blah. And that's why she was going after the police department.
Okay. I mean, I do stand by if the cops would have done their job because they could have still held him on the charges that Mila dropped. So in my mind, Lee County is still at fault. Not that he did what he did, in my opinion, but Lee County should have held him on those charges. That's just me, though.
Well, I mean, when I saw Kelly, she was fine. There was no broken lip. She said that, he stuck a sock in my mouth. He stuck my leggings in my mouth. He covered, he cut my clothes off and, used my clothes to tie me up. And then it was grocery bags. But when she pulled up, she was fully clothed. Okay. And there was no bruises or anything. And my story has stayed consistent throughout this entire thing.
I mean,
no, it hasn't, Courtney.
Both sides of the story, and for you to be able to speak your truth on it.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know if y'all have seen the picture. They call me weird and they call me crazy for having pictures from 5 years ago. But there's literally, I sent it to, your name's Dylan, right?
Yeah. It's literally called an iPhone and it stores all of our photos. I don't know why they would think that's weird.
Right.
But
yeah, well, I sent him a picture that someone sent me on TikTok, and it's literally Kelly bent over having sex with Wade.
Oh yeah, I seen that. See, I'm not going to drop that, but I'm glad you mentioned it. I showed it to Griselda. Yeah,
and I went to that TikTok, and you said you're not dropping it?
I don't know. I don't think we should because it's like revenge porn.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you gonna edit this part out?
No, we'll keep it in here. We're being authentic.
Yes,
I respect. Hey, I respectfully. Oh, for real? Yeah, that's right. It's on TikTok.
Yeah,
that's right.
It's on TikTok. It's still there. I found it. I'm not saying where.
Yes,
but
Lisa.
I found it. It's come across my own feed.
And she sells her OnlyFans as if Wade Wilson is like the man that's still in it right now. Like,
yes.
She doesn't even have men that go to her OnlyFans. Y'all know that, right? It's all women.
Yeah.
She definitely cleaned up good for OnlyFans. I still think that she is a victim. Just the only reason why is because the case that he got found not guilty is very similar to the Kelly, everything lines up with that. But you said that you seen her. She was not frantic. She was just wanting way to get back in the car, and she didn't have nothing in her mouth. So, and you had the same consistent story.
We did, Wolfie. So when Mallory reached out to me, she's like, by the way, I remember you from Just Larry's chat during the Watts case. And I'm like, what? No effing way. Like, you knew me during the Watts case? She's like, yeah, we talked about being Italian and from New York. And I was like, oh, that's definitely something that I would bond with someone in the chat over. But I didn't remember her, but she remembered me. And that's that. But apparently I must go back. Yeah, Pooping Larry. I must go back with her 5 years. And I was able to predict that this case would become what it was, and I sent Mallory in as this undercover spy for the bombshell interview we put out, which, ask yourself that. I'm sorry, was that a bombshell interview? Respectfully, but all it gave us was a little bit of insight into how Kelly and Shannon originated. That's it. Like, it wasn't some crazy thing. So I did all of that, and I worked for years to send her in, to get her close for that fucking piss show of an interview? Come on. And I say that respectfully. I say that because it wasn't some big expose type thing.
I don't even
And
know.
you know what? I don't know if Just Larry's chat's still up, but channel's still up, but if it is, you could go back and find it yourself.
They just had a dally together on Watts Island. They were not friends.
Like, imagine in 5 years from now, someone be like, you were in Melissa J's chat with this person that you probably don't fucking remember at all. And then it turns into some big conspiracy. Welcome, Stephanie. But what's so funny is if I didn't share that part, you guys wouldn't have even known it. Wow. Thank you, 2112. Thank you for $50.08. I love the randomness. I appreciate all the FOIAs, the follow-ups, the organization and presentation of materials, the accuracy of reporting the pre- and post-games work, the setting up and monitoring of mods, and the chat. MJ, you are my Johnny Carson. Hi, Tess. Thank you. You're so sweet, 2112. Seriously.
You're my favorite.
Isn't he the best?
He really is.
He's such a supportive person. So thank you so much. Pooping Larry does take us back. Thanks.
I never watched that person.
Yeah, Pooping Larry. This was back in the Chris Watts days where Just Larry, like, it was the first sighting of Nicole Kessinger at a supermarket. Like, we're talking about back.
Like, way
Carolyn
back.
Cooper. Alex Erickson is like, so since she has come out with her TikTok, but I'm most likely going to be over there with her to do some time, because we wanted to do that after we did our most recent lives over there about the comparison of the killer moms, and we wanted to do Casey, so I'll probably
do
it over there with her. Yeah, no, it wasn't NK, but like, remember that time period that happened.
Was that before or after the Heather? Heather.
Yeah, it was around that. I think a little bit before, but it was around that same time.
Okay, so I came about that time, but but like a little after.
Yeah, Andrea. That's how I was. The Watts was the first thing that pulled me into the live streaming community versus pre-records. That and Kanika Jenkins.
Me too. And then
she was
fine.
Oops, sorry.
And you
go ahead.
No, and then Gannon happened shortly after that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like when she did the backward interview and stuff. Okay, sorry.
Oh, longer now, Coffee and Skeletons. Now it's been almost 7 years.
Yeah, jeez, man.
Mm-hmm.
But you said that you seen her. She was not frantic. She was just wanting way to get back in the car, and she didn't have nothing in her mouth. So, and you had the same consistent story.
Yeah, she was fine. And if something did happen, I wouldn't have stood by him.
Well, yeah, I mean, if I had seen somebody's girl sitting right there and he's about to come with me and she's beaten and battered, I would be like, whoa, I don't know if I trust you to, like, come with me now. Like, that little light bulb would go off.
Yeah, and, like, literally her face was fine. Then she sent me pictures of, like, her lip busted, a small bruise on her chin. And that was it. Then, you know, a few days later, she posted a picture and she was fine. She cut her hair, she dyed it brown, she took her piercings out, and there was nothing wrong with her. And I also have the picture of that.
Melissa.
Right.
Sarah is a former Wade wife that reached out to him for like a little bit, but the only reason people know about her is because she made sure people knew about her before any of her calls or emails came out. But, well, emails, we've seen emails so far, but she swore you'll never see any of mine, and then they came out. But because I removed her from Patreon and said no, she's been out here doing the most, just spreading a bunch of conspiracies.
Oh, that was bad about receipts. I have everything from 2018 to 2019. I have all of that.
The reason that everyone has this hate for you is because you're giving a positive story of Wade Wilson. You had a positive experience with it, and they can't fathom it. They want you to come out and just bash him.
I wrote him, I think, like 4 times before he even wrote me back. But the first thing that he wrote me back was, hey, listen, the Bunley isn't a fraud, or some shit like that. And I was like, I never said it was a fraud.
Thank you, little giggle.
Then he started, just, text me, like writing me every day, and, because he needed something, and he needed me to make Jesse look good. Mm-hmm. And then, that the picture.
Wait, she said a small bruise on her chin. Well, originally she said she had nothing, right?
Yep.
But her story has been consistent this entire time. Hey, Paul.
That's funny. It's all about Dead Row.
Mm-hmm.
I posted where he was like, oh, don't say anything badly at all. And if you don't fix this by today, I won't be happy. And I told him, I was like, excuse me? Like, I don't remember everything that I wrote in that one, but the next one, I told him, fuck off. Fuck Jesse and fuck your team. Fuck them. They haven't done shit for you. They've gone live 3 times. I went live every fucking day pushing that button. Pushing the petitions, pushing everything. I think your girlfriend didn't do shit for you. And people won't like to say that I'm jealous.
Said that before. I want to say this though. I want to get to the psyche of why you helped Wade. Do you think he's innocent?
Up until Phone Calls in Prison dropped the confession that I was listening to it on a FaceTime call with my friend Tiff. And I was listening to it and I started to cry.
Thank you.
Because it's terrible. And that phone call is damning. But I do honestly believe that his lawyers didn't try, and I don't believe in the death penalty. So that's
Courtney is talking Kristen to YouTube streets.
Another reason why I'm also fighting. I believe he deserves a fair trial, but I also don't believe in the death penalty. So I don't. Wade was my friend, and
right, you personally knew him before this. It's not like the girls that are swooning over him on the internet that didn't know him.
Exactly, yeah. So I don't want him to die. I've had Steve on my lives before.
Good night, MK. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for the memberships. And whatever is best, Justin. Just being here is very appreciated. I hope you feel better, Vicky.
Sweet dreams, MK.
Sweet dreams. Don't clam your jam. No.
Tell
don't
ML.
jam your clam.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's probably for the best. What were you saying?
Oh, I wasn't saying anything. I was just telling him to tell ML to leave him alone. Sometimes when I type really bad, I type ML instead of MK.
And I was just telling him not to jam his clam, so.
Okay. Neither are.
I asked him and I started to tear up. I was like, but Steve, I have a question. You don't think that he's afraid to die? Like, that's scary. And he goes, are you afraid to die? And I'm like, of course. And he goes, okay, so then he is too. But
yeah.
He's afraid to die. He's doing this because he wants to be free and he wants to continue doing his drugs and doing everything. And that may be true, but still at the end of the day, he's my friend. I'm pissed off at him right now. But he's my friend and I don't want to see him die.
If Wade Wilson had this funding money out on the outside, he would already be.
Yeah. I believe that 100%. I just after that, I just want him to have a fair trial. Even if he is guilty or not, he still deserves a fair trial. Honestly, I don't think that, Steve said that they heard the phone calls and that they heard the confession. So that's partly why they did give him the death penalty. But also, two of those jury members couldn't even speak English.
Okay.
Would that help him though?
But all of
Why?
the women who are fighting for his innocence now don't speak English.
That's not true. They wouldn't
And
allow.
no, yeah, they would not allow a juror that doesn't speak English.
I'm sorry, that's not true.
Can you prove that? Can you prove that?
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm just trying. I'm trying to get a better understanding. What is it that you think that is unfair, and what is it about the trial that you saw was unfair?
Well, his lawyers falling asleep. They didn't even fight for him, and at the end, his lawyer even said, "Yeah, he's guilty."
So I've been in trials before. I've been in a lot of different situations. I was on trial for.
I was fighting so hard. Maybe I should have done more research or whatever, but I was fighting for my friend. And even though I'm mad at him right now, he's still my friend, and I don't want to see my friend die.
Well, I just want to just get a better understanding. So what would it take for him not to be your friend? Like, what would he have to have done for him not to be a friend?
Right, Lisa.
Say something about my children. That's one thing I don't play with. I love my children with my entire, with everything in me. And when people say things about my kids, and I told him this, I said, people have told me that you should have, and I said unalive, but people told me that you should have killed me, that you should kill my kids, that you should run them over until they look like spaghetti, that they wish that he would have strangled me and he would have killed me. And these are the non-supporters. These are the Wade haters. And they tell me this, and I tell them, what makes you any better than him, wishing death upon me, wishing death upon my innocent babies. And I told him all of that, and he understood. But if he would ever say anything about my children, that would be the end of my rope. It's done with me. But Jesse will fall off because she's not going to wait. Let's say he doesn't get life. Let's say he gets his retrial, whatever, and he doesn't get life or he doesn't get the DP. He still is going to have to serve time for smuggling in drugs and for trying to escape. And then right now, this is Jesse.
He's still gonna have to serve time for smuggling in drugs and trying to escape, not for the murders.
He's even get another trial, he's going to be found guilty.
Murders, schmurders, no, but the smuggling and drugs, he'll still have to serve some time.
Oh my God,
make it make sense.
I'm gonna mute myself for a minute because I'm just gonna give myself a minute.
I don't understand.
I did, and I talked to Melissa, her friend, and I told her, I'm so sorry for what happened to your friend. And up until, like I said, up until the phone calls, I believed the story that Jesse spun, and it's not too far off because just recently there was 5 human traffickers in the Keys that were arrested, and so I was like, oh shit, he was telling the truth. So it's not too far off to believe, and we have a Discord. I don't really use it because I don't know how the fuck to use it. When I started, I was fucking reckless.
You and Kelly both were going off on each other, though. There was let's get to the racism around the case. So there's a text message with Kelly allegedly that has some racist content. And another thing too, there was a dating site where it showed Wade Wilson put in the bio white women only, and you're not all the way white, right? You're half Hispanic.
What's the point of that question?
Okay, so is that true? What was your perception of him and the race?
What?
Just asking that question. That's a dumb. Never mind.
To prove that he's not racist? I don't know. Maybe the 3 swastikas tattooed on him would be the answer. I don't know.
I just don't think that. Yeah, there's a point.
Aspect. Is that Kelly text message real?
Yes.
So she said the ER word, BBS. You're not gonna like that, bro.
With the black chick that worked at the customer service office, and they were taking it up like they were best friends. So I never saw him, turn his nose up to anyone of a different race. Never saw him look at them different.
Is that Kelly text message real?
Yes.
So she said the ER word, BBS. You're not gonna like that, bro.
Hard R. Yeah, with a hard R.
Oh, we're on the subject.
You fucked a N word with a hard R word. That he fucked he fucked a girl like that, and then and I was like, oh,
that's Lee County for you.
And she goes, "Yup," and so is he. And I can send you guys a screen recording of it because it got taken down on the TikTok. That's why my original account is like just sitting there. Because if I get one more, it's gone.
For me and I don't care about that. I don't want to. So then it's back to the YouTube Sheets interview.
Jessie now. So Miss Jessie, in your relationship, it started off as she was a different name. Recently, she did apologize for that. I don't know if you've seen that.
It's a bullshit fucking apology.
Okay.
Well,
so
you know what? Maybe your apology to Kelly, which I don't know if you ever did or not, was bullshit.
Type of Wade about Jessie and the Funley and her relationship with Wade.
Yes, because when I first met her, she was a Marine. And then, she came into my home. She said it was for her friend.
Yeah, this is fucking wild. This story you got, this is some real CIA secret shit. This girl is fucking sneaky.
She drove 6 hours to my house.
Dedicated.
That's
with
crazy.
a green light and her phone set up and everything. Like, it took 4 hours for us to do the whole thing for like a 30-minute video. Or not even like
4 hours, just saying.
Of course, it's 4 hours.
10 minutes. And
did she compensate you at all? Like, or was it just
no, it was free. I've never been paid for anything. I've never been offered money. I've never been offered to, I'll pay you to do this or anything. Like, I'm not getting paid for this either. Like, I'm not looking for.
You should get paid from Netflix, and if they might not do it because of, I think your situation is
they don't want to hear that.
They don't want to mess with because the victims, bro. At the end of the day, this actually goes against their argument. You know what I mean? The narrative. Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
it's not really narrative facts, but it's also a narrative with facts.
While we're bringing that up, there's been a text message that goes around saying that you admitted, like it's supposedly a text message from you, saying that he did choke you one time. Is that real?
No, because if you look at my page, I have 1,000 followers and I'm following 1,000. On that page, it did use my kids' pictures and it used my picture, but there is 1,000.
What is up with the underbite?
I don't get it.
My face doesn't naturally do that.
You can't do that. That's like way underbitey, like a way big underbite.
The only thing I could think of is methamphetamines and the jaw grind and that's so strange.
Very strange. I don't get it.
Right, Lily?
Followers and that's it. I can even show you a screenshot where it says 1,000 followers and I'm following 10,000 people. And it's not that I started recently, adding a bunch of people to make it look real. No, it's been like that for years. I've had that same Facebook for 12 years and I've had to make it extremely private because people were looking up my name. There is a confidential case, yes, against me and Kelly.
Do you have any information on that, or are you not able to speak on that right now?
I haven't. So I requested the information yesterday, and it's still pending.
Oh wow!
You should have served with something, though, right?
I'm guessing. I mean, I've gone down to my mailbox plenty of times. Still haven't received anything.
And you said there's cases pending. You said from where? Do you know? Is it civil? Is it criminal?
From Lee County. I have no idea. I know that the letters in the case number is like at the end. It's like DR for both Kelly and I.
Okay, I looked that up. That's domestic.
Clear something up. Nobody got jumped.
I don't think that other accounts, because the Wilson has 2 ends.
And I want to clear something up. Nobody got jumped.
No, that's been debunked.
Okay, those bruises were not from somebody getting jumped.
The tape around the stitches was days old. Like,
yeah, we're not stupid. They were doing it to get the heat off of Jesse. This poor team member got hurt. No, nobody got hurt. But yeah, I
I'm
did.
so glad.
He's pissed off at me right now. Whatever, so fucking be it. But when Jesse calls back, I'm still gonna be there because he's my friend.
And he was your friend before this happened. So I've never been.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, he's my friend. And if he did reach out to me and he said, look, I'm sorry for what I said and everything, I'll still be here because I can only imagine what it's like to be where he's at right now.
I know. I would still want somebody to talk to me, and I'm sure everybody would. So, there are going to have, not to say there have to be people but there are going to be people that are willing to talk to you no matter what you did.
Yeah, and there's women that are just out there that want him to be free because they want to be with him and because they.
And thank you, Tasha, for 4 months. Thank you for everything you do, MJ and Tess. Thanks, Tasha.
He's hot. I obviously I would like for him to be free, but as well, I just right now I just want to have a fair trial, like I said in the beginning.
He did.
Even if he doesn't get out, if they give him life, I would feel better knowing that he's not going to die by someone else's hands.
You mean like Christine and Diane? Do you think their family and loved ones wanted them to die by another person's hands? Wade?
She was walking to work. Diane was walking to work.
Like, what the fuck? Honestly, you can't get... It's sick. Yeah, Mallory. Thank you, Christina, for 4 months. You know, dead row. It's that damn dead row.
It is that damn dead row.
Right, Melissa? Yep. Back to this actually taking in everything that Courtney is saying. It's mad. It is, Lizzie. It is.
He loves being around people, and if he goes to jail for life, he'll most likely kill himself.
I remember him saying that.
No.
Poor
He
Wade.
wouldn't. He wouldn't. Number one, this photo is disgusting. Number two, Wade is way too narcissistic.
Oh, yeah. And too much of a
taking his
coward.
own life.
He's a coward. He couldn't take his own life. He'd be too afraid.
You know what? Oh, well. Honestly. Oh, sorry. I'm fighting what I want to say. But
I'm trying really hard.
People would be safer without him here. He continues to victimize people. So, I don't really give a shit.
Even on death row.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah, because he can follow confinement for the rest of his life. Right.
Well, hopefully, I mean, he does come around to the point where, like, they change things to where he can be in the day room with other people now. Because you can tell, like, in his calls, especially the more recent ones, whenever he is on suicide watch and stuff, like, it's really getting to him. Like, you can hear it. That he needed to be.
I'm sorry. Did you think jail or prison was enjoyable? It seems like he's actually having a great old fucking time. Not anymore at Union. But what did you think when you brutally take the lives of 2 women should happen? What if it was your children? And when I say that, these were the children,
right,
of parents. They were their babies.
Right.
They may have been older, but they are still children. Would you still feel like that?
Or your mother.
Or your mom. Your sister. Your best friend. What is wrong with you? Respectfully, what the fuck's wrong with you guys? Poor Wade, it's really getting to him. Really? Because he's doing drugs left and right, and he's having access to the phone all day, every day, having very graphic, disturbing phone sex while also fantasizing about taking more lives. Really? Poor Wade. Poor Wade. Okay. And that is what's so fucking wrong with the society we live in today. Instead of sticking up for women, and I'm not a fucking feminist. I hate feminism. Respectfully, I hate it. But instead of I'm standing for women whose lives were taken by a brutal murderer. Yeah, I stand for them. But you're too busy jealous of them. Could you imagine being jealous of a victim who would do anything to switch roles? Go ahead, switch roles with them. I guarantee that they would love the chance to have their lives back. As you sit here and make excuses. It's disgusting.
Amen.
Around people and have more interaction than he was getting.
Yeah, and you could like I know him. I know his laughs. I know everything, and you can hear in like some of the calls that his laughs are fake and forced.
When it's that real, like,
oh really? I never heard a forced laugh out of Wade Wilson, but see, it's not because he's so depressed. He has to force himself to laugh. Do you know what it's like to genuinely be depressed and have to put on a performance? I do. I know what that's like. And you don't need the that's. And I'm not going to sit there and say he's never depressed. I don't know. I won't try to claim I know. But that is just Wade's theatrics.
Right.
That's not, he's not really laughing. He's talking about eating shit, ma'am. Literally eating shit.
Right.
You get that? Okay.
Maniacal one. That's the one that, like, you're not sure if it's real or not.
Do you think Kelly is a victim?
To be honest, no. I think she's doing it for fame.
Do you think Mila's a victim?
Didn't you just say you were going to apologize to her? What are you doing it for, respectfully? Courtney, what are you doing it for?
On my end, it looks like you got platformed on TikTok and have had TikTok fame in quotation marks because of it. Right?
Does she post content outside of Wade?
She just does live streams. And that's all I've ever seen. Like I said, I haven't seen lately. I can't say that I have.
So again, too busy being petty towards one another instead of sticking up for each other. Could you imagine? This is a fucked up world we're living in.
Okay, so here's the problem with that. So she said that he got there around 8:45. She was on the phone call with the cops around like I think it was like 8:45 that he got there. 8:48, she was calling the cops, and then they got there like 5 minutes later. And in that time, he had already left. So in those 3 minutes, he was able to do all of that. When she passed the cop in the video, her nose wasn't broken, it wasn't swollen, it wasn't bleeding, it wasn't anything. Wade's a big fucking guy, and she looks like she's a small girl. If he would have hit her in her nose, he would have broke her nose. And yeah, they did say, "Oh, you took that punch like a champ," but I mean, maybe he did hit her, trying to either get her out of the way because he didn't put the car in park. I don't know. I don't know if she's a victim.
So now, not only is Kelly not a victim,
I'm sorry, I'm laughing.
Mila's not a victim either.
No, none of them are to them, because they all think that of each other.
Because they're too busy mad at each other that he was attracted to them at one point.
Right.
Now, just because they're a victim does not mean they're a likable victim.
Correct. You can be two things at once.
Mm-hmm. Both can be true at the same time.
Right.
Wowee! But to disregard and act like that didn't happen, like they're not victims, is just...
I'm sorry, I was laughing. Bree made a really funny comment, and I read out loud and I laughed out loud. I apologize.
No,
It wasn't a funny time, but it was funny comment, so I apologize.
No, you're fine. Wow, man.
Or
Yeah.
not. If she is, then my bad on my part for speaking about her. But
My bad.
I can't speak on Mila, but I can speak on Kelly.
What about Lorenzo and but was there during the crimes? Because they're saying that it was something else, and they wanted him to confess to the murders.
So you're talking about when he did the confession, right?
Yeah. They and that's what Jesse was saying. Wade laid this all out too. Wade said the same. It's like the same little script they have.
Like a forced confession. Yeah. So basically, what they were saying was that if he didn't admit to the murders, that they were going to kill his family and they were going to go after everyone he loved.
Sure.
And so he loves his mother and his father and his sisters. So they said that that's why he did that. And then it was an electrical fire from the hot water heater or something, and his parents' house caught on fire while they were in there. And that was the day that he put in a not guilty plea.
It was an electric fire.
What?
It was an electric fire.
That's right. It was an electrical fire.
Like my father's a firefighter for 37 years. They investigate house buyers. That's what they do.
But it's so much easier to believe a conspiracy.
Right. And you're talking to two of the people that believe conspiracies all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Just bullshit.
Hey, Steph.
Believe in a coincidence like that, though? Like the same day he puts in a guilty.
You can believe it. You don't believe in that coincidence, but you believe that Wade didn't do this? Really? You can't believe a coincidence in an electrical fire the day he pled not guilty, but you can't believe with all of the evidence stacked again and the multiple confessions that Wade did this? Okay, for sure. We got a lot of hate watchers, Natasha. That's what it is.
I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys can
house catches on.
Sorry, go ahead.
you guys can make fun of how ugly I am. It's okay. I literally do not care.
It's just,
they keep doing that on TikTok and they think it's funny.
I just wouldn't even pay it any mind.
Obviously seen the evidence, but I'm just doing the strange embers devil's advocate at this moment. I'm just trying to dig deep up the mind state of it. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, when Jessie went on to Strange Embers, she trash talked about me, and she trash talked my friend Tam.
Would you sign the Netflix deal?
Yes, but just so that other people that aren't on TikTok and aren't on all of that. I mean, I wouldn't take any cash for it. I just want people to know that, like, you know, he's not the monster that everyone has perceived him to be. That they're.
Wait, she's saying she signed a Netflix deal?
I've heard that, but I haven't seen anyone show any like proof about it. But I have heard people talk about that.
Okay.
Something with Bunny, I thought. Like her production.
Also a good son.
Mm-hmm.
And his mom did an interview with Jessie, for that poor woman. You know, and she was just talking about her son, you know, and I would want people.
Buy your mom, right?
Yeah. But if I would sign one, yes, but I don't want money for this. I don't want money for anything. I just would like people to know the person that he was, that he wasn't this
okay,
monster.
Julie,
that,
thank you.
You know, like people say, oh, you know, in the pictures that I have of him, his eyes are soulless. No, he had a lot of light behind his eyes.
Thank you,
and he's got brown eyes, so you can't see them. But you know, like he wasn't soulless, and he was a good person to me, and that's the only thing that I would want to get out. I'm not looking for fame. I'm not looking for fortune or anything like that. I just want people to know that he's a good person.
Okay.
And that's the person. And he's not the same person now. He's definitely hardened because of what he's had to endure. And I think anybody who's been to jail or prison and have to do long time, like, you know, long bit, it changes you. And it's definitely changed him.
He's been in and out of jail his whole life. What do you mean? This wasn't his first trip on the rodeo, ma'am.
No, absolutely. It definitely does.
But I'm like Kelly. I think Kelly was doing this for you know, to get a Netflix deal or to talk to Bunny or whatever. And I'm not looking for any of that. I don't care. I'm not looking to get famous. And Wade said I was using him to get famous. First of all, you're not a superstar. You're not an actor or anything. You're not famous. You're infamous, is what someone said. Mm-hmm. And
yeah, it's not gonna last long.
And I've argued with him, and the only thing that he would do is he would walk up into my face, and then I would shut up, and then he would kiss me. So he never put his hands on me to shut me up. It was just coming up into my space and then shutting me up with a kiss. That was it. He never put his hands on me. And you can look me up. You can look at my last arrest was a VOP, but the arrest before that was I didn't stab my sister. I cut her. There's a big difference. So he never showed that side to me. I never saw that side. I never saw him. I never saw the light go out in his eyes and his eyes went completely dark. I never saw that. And I'm not saying it couldn't happen, because like you said, it could have, you know, went from a kiss to a headbutt or whatever, but it never got that far with me.
How long was she with Wade in person?
She says they were together for a while, but I guess physically, I don't think it was that long. Okay. Maybe someone in the chat can say longer, but I thought they were together like a couple days in real life. But then she said they dated long distance.
No. How long did she spend in person with him? 2 days, 2 months, 2 minutes, I see. No, not long distance. How long was she in person with him?
2 days, I heard. But maybe it's 2 weeks. I don't know. 2 or something.
It
I thought
takes
they were
longer to digest chicken nuggets.
2 weeks.
Okay, let's even go with 2 weeks.
We'll go 2 months. No, 2 weeks, I think. But even if it was 2 months, I'm sorry, but not that long.
No.
Yeah, and I just wanted to get my story. I didn't expect it to be this big, and I just thought it was just gonna be like a quick little story time and boom, be done with it, and people were gonna run with it and whatever. But people had questions, and I answered, and from the beginning, I was transparent, even when I was at the hospital, and and Wade, he's charismatic, he's charming, he knows
what he's doing.
Yeah, and a lot of women they don't. The women that are talking to him shouldn't be, oh, she's so fucking disgusting, she's this, she's that. At the end of the day, those calls were private, and they never thought that they would get out. Now Jesse's, I'm all for hers coming out because she's a fucking snake and she's a liar. But those other women, some of the things that like Kristen said, talking about the victims, that's disgusting, and I have no respect for her for that, because
but you just you just denied that.
Oh my God.
I can't. My brain's starting to shut down.
God help
me. Handle this on a Monday, man. This is nuts. Hi, Lisa.
Melissa's tired, okay?
I'm too tired for this. This is I can't. It's making my head explode.
I'm broken now.
Yeah, she broke me.
She broke me too.
Victims. You don't talk about a victim. They're not here to defend themselves.
Right.
And so some of the things that she said, but at the end of the day, like she knew what she was doing when she put her children on the phone. She was what she did was disgusting. But these other women, some of them didn't care that he could have possibly, been, oh, he's not convicted yet, and
Wait, pause. What is? What's that?
What? I don't know.
There's a hose coming.
What? I don't know what that is.
There's a hose. Is that a phone wrapped in a cloth?
I think so.
Is that a phone wrapped? I did it. I think I figured it out. I think that's a phone with the wire wrapped in a cloth. Sanitary first, obviously, with Wade Wilson. Come on. Can't get those germs.
The guards probably made him do it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he wants a phone again. Let's wrap that shit up. Put the condom on the phone.
That's exactly what fucking happened, Tess.
I bet it is. Like, I don't want to touch that.
These other inmates ain't fucking using that phone after Wilson touches it. So they had to look, they even knotted that shit at the bottom.
They're like, do not allow him to touch the phone.
We hear those calls, dude. Ain't no fucking way.
That is so funny.
Oh my gosh. Yo, with his breath and his spit and the poop.
Oh yeah. Well, and think of all those reports that we saw where they see him just standing there by the door, doing all the things that he does, or the calls that they hear him doing those things. I would put that on too.
Tess, they wrapped this shit.
They're like,
that shit is knotted. Knotted.
That's so funny.
Yo.
That's hilarious. That is so, they like really covered it.
Ain't nothing making it through that barrier.
Oh.
Ew.
Owls. They're like, get the incinerator.
Why this phone smell like eggs and mackerel? Yo. That's
hilarious.
Bad.
That's funny.
Oh my gosh.
Innocent until proven guilty, whatever. And they
He
had
has
sex
been-
with him. They sent him money.
He has been proven guilty.
You know, more power to you, whatever. But for them to talk shit about those women, like, I don't think that's right. But for Jesse's, I'm all for her coming out because she's not a victim of Wade. You know, like, she knew what she was doing. She you know, did this whole, oh, we're gonna open up a fundly in this woman's name, but I'm gonna have access to it, and then talking shit about the women that were donating. Like, that's fucked up. And the only reason why she's doing this, they want more false released, is because there's more to come with Jesse, and it's gonna be worse. I have a feeling that it's gonna be a lot worse, and
I think they're gonna be a lot more incriminating than whenever I speculated that they were trying to jailbreak his tablet.
Yeah, and also I think that the reason why Kelly doesn't want hers to come out is because she's married.
Right.
She doesn't want her husband to find out that she was possibly having phone sex with this.
Okay, we'll save that for a second. Do you see what I see?
The lipple?
Above the lipple, Tess.
Oh, no.
You have a hard time spotting these things.
Yeah, I know. I don't have my glasses on. Oh, my God.
Crumb, crumb, crumb.
It's glue. Okay.
What is it? What is it?
My
What
mom-
is it?
Elmer's school glue.
I mean,
right?
Can you blame them for wrapping up the phone at this point?
Wow.
That is the sea of the men of the sea, floating on their little boat in rough waters to get to their destination. That is not a shadow, Wolfie. I can't Yo-Yo Max. I have to. I don't want to. I have to. As far as I know, so there's that. They are friends now. Isn't that funny? I mean, if snot doesn't come out of your nostril and comes up from your fucking lips, Wolfie, I guess it could be snot.
It's glue, Wolfie. It's glue.
Whatever makes you sleep at night, guys.
And if anybody has seen where I say that is an infidelity, like frowned upon in the military, that is allegedly. Pay attention to where I put the word allegedly because we do not know.
Yeah, no. Everything's alleged, but I believe that that's why Kelly doesn't want her calls to come out.
Right. I want to. What my goal is behind this, and people have been like, "What are you trying to do?" Like, I want to whine. There was a whole team behind this. It wasn't just Jesse. There was a whole team playing in this. Right. I want all of them to be known. That's what my goal is right now. And my other goal is, how many other people have we stopped from communicating with him to get sucked into this? Because if you look at it, in 3 months, 70% of these girls were engaged to this man.
Him to get a fair trial, and with that confession, it makes him look guilty.
Absolutely.
It's a damning piece of evidence. Rikers jails are filled with people who give false confessions all the time. Like 75% of them are in jails for false confessions. But even all over the world, false confessions happen all the time.
Okay. And the most recent interview. Hey, I wasn't done reading it. Hold on.
For false confessions. But even all over the world, false confessions happen all the time.
Okay. Then it is the most recent interview with YouTube Streets from January 22nd, 2025.
So the last time I talked to Wade was September 22nd.
Okay.
So,
is there anything? We haven't heard the call. I haven't even checked this.
I think just at the end, he was like, "Do you love me?" And I was like, "Mm-hmm." He said, "Say it." And I said, "I love you." That was it.
Oh shit, man! He still had the hold of me, man.
Yeah, what's he talking about? I can't see it.
So he's like, "Oh, I was surprised to see your phone call on Zap Girl's live yesterday. I thought you were done with him after he insulted you." So first of fucking all, when I talked to him was September 19th. And I have the fucking screenshot to prove that.
I think you mentioned that when you came up and talked to us too.
Yes. he insulted me afterwards because he wanted me to go on a live and say that, oh, I support Jesse, I support his team, I support Wade, blah, 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 blah. I wasn't going to do that.
You literally did do that, ma'am. Look how tiny his ears are.
They're so small.
Like, I don't think people realize, like, yo, he's got some itty bitty fucking itties. He got Hi Midnight Lace. Hi Sunshine Mafia. Those are some itty bitty ears.
Like super, super small. They're small.
Bionic hearing.
It would be interesting to see how big the headphones are. Because that's like right. I mean, that fills up the whole ear hole.
A Q-tip would struggle. Holy moly.
Yeah.
Those are so itty bitty.
They really are.
So he got mad. And he told me,
hey, Mrs. Pink Miss,
that he didn't support me anymore. Blah blah. You know what? Hold on. I can tell you that the last time we stopped talking, y'all can still hear me, right?
Yeah, you're just in and out for some reason.
This is what I noticed with people being upset with you. Okay, so they say the whole reason that you stopped talking to Wade was because he called you names, like he called you ugly and stuff. It wasn't nothing to do with the case or anything like that.
Hey, Silver Fox.
No. Your children or something. It was something like that, I remember.
They were talking about my children, and they were talking about me being fat. But excuse me, bitch, I had a child a year ago. What was your excuse for being fat your whole fucking life?
Petty.
And so the last time I talked to Wade was September 22nd. Yeah, just at the end, he was like,
yeah, to be fair, after it already comes out, you were speaking to him on the 22nd, but okay.
Do you love me? And I was like, mm-hmm. He said, say it. I said, I love you. That was it.
Oh, shit, man. He still had the hold on you, man. Fuck.
A lot of people hate me, and there's a lot of people who love me, and at the end of the day, I really don't.
I'm going in.
Of course.
What's on his forehead? Name that spot.
Huh.
What is it?
That's really big sweat if it's sweat.
What is it?
I don't know.
You think that's sweat?
I was saying it's really big if it is.
Those are some big old droplets.
Yeah, I don't think so. And they wouldn't be so like
white.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys say sweat. Okay. Consensus is sweat. We'll just go with sweat. I guess his body is sweating. Okay.
At the end, he was like, do you love me? And I was like, mm-hmm. He said, say it. I said, I love you. That was it.
Oh, shit, man. He still had the hold on you, man. Fuck.
A lot of people hate me, and there's a lot of people who love me, and at the end of the day, I really don't give a fuck.
Do you regret going at Kelly, though? Kelly with the Y? The victim Kelly?
No.
I thought her story didn't change. So she comes out against Kelly. Then, up on their interview the first time, I owe Kelly an apology. I'm going to reach out to Kelly and apologize. Now, do you regret what you did to Kelly to a Y? No. You're a shady ass bitch, Courtney. I'm just going to tell it how it is.
No respectfully.
No respectfully. That's shady as fuck.
Yeah, it's not very
And
cool.
at the end of the day, I really don't give a fuck.
Do you regret going at Kelly, though? Kelly with the Y? The victim Kelly?
No.
I mean, she took herself, separated herself from the situation. I haven't seen her around. I know that you two had it back and forth. I know that was your first, but that was the beef, and that was the whole reason you did the interview with Jesse to get at her, right?
No, what my interview was for was my experience with Wade. She did it so that they could, make a dig at Kelly. I had no idea that was going to go on. I just sent her everything I had, and I did tell her. I said she did contact us the day after and continued to harass us. And then she was like, "Oh, can you? She's good at what she does. She's a manipulator." She was like, "Oh, can you send that to me?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, of course." Kelly, well, that's because I was there and you guys weren't. I mean, listen. If you all go back to Kelly's channel, go back to her first interview, right? That means you completely skip over me. She never mentions me. She never mentions the gas station, right? And then when I came out, then that's when she starts mentioning me. That's when she starts mentioning the gas station. Why would she completely skip over something that was so important? I'm not saying that's important, but the gas station is important. He left you that night. And you're not going to mention that? You're not going to mention any of that? You're just going to mention the assault, but you're not going to mention that the night that he supposedly assaulted you, that he left you that night. You're not going to mention any of that? She skipped over me and went straight to Chris. She said she was with him for 8 months. But if you look at the timestamps when they were together, it was like 2 to 3 months.
Now, Chris is
He stayed the time that we were together.
How long was that?
Well, we were together for 6-7 months.
Thank you, Abby, for 2 months. Thank you for everything with all of us. Thank you for sharing everything with all of us. Thank you for being here and for your support.
I could have sworn you said there was a whole bunch of times that he was using behind your back and he was like telling me he can do that, and then he left.
He did not. No, he did not. He was with me. I'm a former addict.
Damn, 7 months I was together. I thought it was a lot shorter than that.
No.
I thought it was like on a visit. Like he'd come by and swing by, y'all do your thing, and then he'd go back to his life.
You can be in a relationship and not live together.
You can be in a relationship and not be like physically together, which, yes, that's true. But let's make sure to portray the relationship you had with Wade accurately. How much time did you spend in person with him? Mm-hmm.
That's okay. However you justify it. Yeah.
He did live in Marathon when I lived in Key West. Not Marathon. Key.
Yeah, that's when he was fucking around with Eric down there.
Yeah, you definitely had some other things that were like controversial about like only you would stop fucking with him if you said something about your kids or something, which is wild. But there's a lot of other reasons that you should have like thought of before that. But I get it. But
Christine, I've talked to Melissa. I told her, and I've even told her to apologize to the boys for me. But and I talked to Mila, and I have apologized to her for everything I've put her through. But with Kelly, I will stand on everything that I say. That Kelly is not a victim. I saw her face. I heard her begging for him to come back in his car.
Mm-hmm.
Please don't leave me.
Well, that's victim mentality, though, right? Even if you're getting abused, you're still going to not want them to leave.
Yes, Nick.
If her face was busted up, I would have saw her face. Her face was not busted up.
Yeah, I don't. This is the thing, right? I know there's been other lies that Kelly's lied about, but when it comes to like, we know who Wade Wilson is, so it's hard. Again, it's and this is my opinion. I think that did happen to Kelly because we've seen what he's done. We've seen even him go through court. I mean, he was found not guilty through the whole, the Tallahassee incident, right? Leon County, whatever. But it's just, yeah, it's very hard for me to not call her. Like, she's definitely in my eyes a victim. Mila's a victim.
What is that?
I thought I just got so scared because I thought I saw something I didn't see. I thought I thought his armpit was a lady part, okay? And I just got so scared, okay? And so much passed through my mind in that moment.
I keep telling you guys, so scared.
So much passed through my mind in that exact split moment. This is an armpit, okay?
Your face.
I must, all of the blood dropped out of my face in that moment because I thought that was a vagina. Okay. I straight up thought that was a vagina.
You're like, and then you scroll back up.
Oh. Okay. I apologize. I didn't know what, I thought that was a leg at first. I didn't know what I was looking at, and then it just got more nude as I went on. Okay. Ah,
That's so funny.
is that a button of the belly?
Oh,
It is. Okay. Okay.
And a nipple.
And a nipple. Yeah, I see the nipple. I
Use
see
with nipple.
It is not a vagina, though.
It's not.
I was like, that's a hairy.
She does not have a Brazilian wax.
Oh, God. It's Monday, man. I know, analytical one. We don't look ahead in these photos. I didn't know what that was at first.
That was everything.
Thank you, Southern Gal. Oh, God. Okay, let's continue.
But I understand that you two had beef and you were there and you said that you've seen her face, but there might have been other times.
What are you doing to his nose?
Do you know where the pointer finger is?
Is it up his nose?
It is up his nose.
Like, what is he doing to his nose? That is way up his nose. It's like pushing it up.
It is.
Like, I mean, he is digging in that hole.
It is pushing his nose up because his pointer finger is up
like
there.
Up there.
Look at his nails, Tess.
Oh my gosh. Ugh. It gave me the goosebumps. The bad ones.
You can see the blood like circle on his nose because he is finger deep.
I mean, that is really far up his nose.
It is cutting off circulation.
What is he doing?
I'm getting a little grossed out.
Playing the victims, like who else is playing? Who is playing a victim?
Hey, listen, man. For me, it was real convenient for Mila to play the victim, bro.
Well, Mila 100% is a victim.
Yeah. She also plays a victim too, bro.
And man, there's say that because you got a dick. See, if you didn't have a dick and you're living in that life, there's a whole lifestyle behind it too. It's hard to leave, bro. Let's just face it. Emotions are involved. And so you can't blame it. That's what you're doing is victim shaming. You're victim blaming.
Hey, look, man.
The Mila situation.
She wrote, "You can and you speak about my business and taught people to harass me." I didn't talk. I never talked.
That was as a joke, and I didn't think that someone was going to go to your job. I didn't think that people were going to call your business. After I say that, it's out of my hands. It's not like I am putting a pew up to their head and saying, you better call her business before I unalive you. No. People have their own minds and they can do anything. It was a joke, and I didn't think that people were going to take it seriously. That's why that's about your business, but you're talking about my kids, little babies, little children that have.
This is Courtney and Mila.
Nothing to do with this. So when people talk about my kids and saying, not that you said it, but other people.
How does it feel to have the tables turned on you?
To talk about kids, really?
Yes,
to
I
talk
hear
about
them
little
in the
babies.
background.
So what?
I hear them in the background. You should
So
probably be taking care of them, and obviously
they're fine. They're fine.
I'm sure that they're fine hearing about the gruesome things that you say online with them in the background.
They're fine.
No,
They're
fine.
fine. Don't know I said that. They are fine. They are fine.
Okay, I just want to state right now, though, I don't want to talk about anyone's kids or their parenting or anything. And I know that that's what they're addressing, but I'm going to ask respectfully not to talk about that because I don't like to.
They're perfectly fine right now. I see my children. They're fine.
Yeah, that is your opinion because it is wrong. So whatever.
That's Mila.
I have the screen recording, so of course I'm not gonna apologize, and I'm not gonna say anything. I don't have anything to say to you, so that's why I was keeping quiet.
You have enough to say about me.
You spoke about my children.
No, I spoke about you as a
No,
mother.
you spoke about my children, and that's unacceptable. Where's your child?
I spoke about you as a mother.
Where is your child?
I spoke about you as a mother, not
Where is your child? Because you were talking about my kids. I have the screen recordings. You were talking about my children.
Part of me wants to just jump past this, honestly, because I don't
And do
I
it.
don't like these conversations.
Jump
Yeah,
back.
I'll drop the link for this, but it's pretty long. I could jump forward a little bit. I don't like the kid talk.
to follow me, and people say they look at every picture of mine. I read your guys' comments. You look at every picture of mine on social media. You know all about my ex-husband. You know all about this and
That's the exoskeleton
Oh yeah, it is. Toothbrush.
all about that. You guys have fully investigated me, and it's not fair. And I will say no. I will not be disrespectful like that. But the people that comment me, you have to understand where I'm coming from as well. I get threats from all around the world.
I don't condone threats or anything like that. You could have your opinions. Nobody should be crossing that line. And thank you so much, Miss Smoking Bread. Welcome.
And it's not cool. And I also see the comments. You guys have to understand where I am coming from, okay? I did not sign up for this. I did not want this life. I have not asked for this. I am thrown in the crossfire, okay? Please show me some respect, please. That's all I'm asking for.
Victimize somebody else. You can't claim to be a victim and then victimize somebody else, Mila.
No, I would not even know her name had she not said mine. So that's why I know her name. Okay. So
you wouldn't have known.
What'd you say?
I said that's not true. You can claim to be a victim and victimize someone else. Both things can be true. That's
both can be true, right?
not a statement.
That it can make you not a sympathetic victim,
Right? But it's
you could still be a victim, right? Skadoosh. Right, Cosmo. Now everyone knows from the very beginning of my coverage, I don't like Mila. I don't like her actions, but she's a victim.
Correct.
Courtney's name?
Why would I?
Welcome, Miss Smoking Bread.
Yes,
Why would
welcome.
you didn't know Courtney?
Why would I?
Okay, that's interesting.
No, Madonna.
Why would I know her name? Wade surely never spoke of her.
Okay.
And I don't know why you keep saying the same things. As soon as I get on any freaking social media of this kind, people stop talking, and they have a lot to say behind my back. So
She could have went on. We haven't said anything. Katie is in my group as well. Hey, Katie. We haven't said anything. And when people bring your name up, we say don't bring up names.
Of course,
okay,
Andy.
good. Thank you for adjusting that, because that was not true before.
And again, since we've come on and we've reevaluated, we've looked at everything, it's not fair to say people's names. So again, it's not an attack on you.
Joke caused a lot of harm.
I know her before, and it was an error, or she said she was saying a joke, whatever. Again, I wasn't in that live. I can't attest to that. I cannot defend her.
Good
on
night,
that. I can know
Kristen.
what Courtney and I know what she said.
Well,
But you continually do it every single time you have an interview. Courtney's name comes up, and you continually trash her.
Well,
a joke called.
You could see the medical curtain things in the background. It's a TikTok panel, and there's a true crime with Aaliyah, Katie Lou, Olivia, Tamra, and then Mila. I really don't know. I'm sorry, guys. I don't do the TikTok, so this is all out of my territory.
And I don't know who any of those people are either.
It's a lot of harm. Okay.
Okay.
I'm not blaming everything on Courtney. I'm blaming her for what she did. Is that not so absurd that you can understand that?
No, how do you know it didn't actually come from her?
Because it's on a live that she produced harassment to me.
But not everybody was on that live. That has probably harassed you.
You guys are so silly. Do you hear yourself? Come on, please, somebody with a brain, get on here. It doesn't matter if everybody.
All of the insults that you have, Mila. You just come on here. Like we were trying to be respectful to you. Very respectful. We haven't raised our
You are not respectful to me at all.
You're without brains and all kinds of things.
You're saying silly things. How do I respond to this? You're saying not everybody was on that live. It doesn't matter if one person or 1,000 people was on it. She still said it. It still happened, and I still had the end result that I had with thousands of phone calls. Okay, and it doesn't matter. Okay, that's what happened. That was what was done. I will welcome that with open arms. Please send it my way. Okay,
because it's. The problem.
What's he doing? Combing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He's combing his chin.
Combing beard.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I have nothing to say about this TikTok. I think it speaks for itself.
Sure does.
Yes,
it's almost done.
It's continuing where it has not continued with Courtney. And again, I can't validate. She said that. I never heard that. I wasn't all alive.
Yeah, draw a freaking truce already, okay? I don't give a shit. You guys draw a truce, okay? Stop using my name. I'll stop using your name. Give it a rest, you guys. I have better things to do with my freaking life, okay? If you guys are this hung up about what I say, draw a freaking truce, okay? Fine. I admit my mistakes, and I'm sure that if given the opportunity, she would probably too, but she will probably not. But I will accept an apology that I was not given, and that is me being a huge human being. And I will go with that.
Thank you, Turtle Dove.
And you can offer the same apology to her for your words.
Okay, Courtney, I publicly apologize for what I've said to you. I publicly do it, okay?
That's very good. Thank you very much. That's very respectful.
Yes, and I am a respectful person, and I...
Like, if Mila came into mine, and people were trash talking her or whatever, I would, if anybody came into my box and started doing that, no, Jess, you're probably blocked. If people started coming into my box and attacking her, I would immediately.
It's a barbecue.
Barbecue lay. It looks good.
That's a literal barbecue lay mid crunch.
It is literally mid crunch.
Mid crunch. Okay. And you're welcome, Wade Wives, because this is as close as you're ever gonna get to seeing Wade in these moments. What does Wade look like when he's eating a barbecue lay?
Now you know.
Now you know. Now you know.
You do it for the people.
Kick them out.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And if they were in the chat being disrespectful too, they would get muted, because whatever I had against Mila in the beginning was just really going off of what everybody else, just join the bandwagon, but she doesn't deserve it, and that's why I did apologize, because she did not deserve it. She apologized for talking about my kids. I apologize for everything that I have done, making a bad joke, and then I just didn't expect people to run with it the way that they did.
People are just going to be the way they are.
Yeah, crazy people
on here
on the internet.
I have mad respect for you. You know what?
Yeah, I think Jella should apologize to Mila too. Yes, she should.
Absolutely.
What?
What is that in his mouth?
His tongue.
No, the black thing.
A gap.
Oh, really? Is that dark? Mm-hmm. Okay, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
110%.
Is she the one that was going off on her?
No, Jella went into her spa. Little crazy gal. Do you remember that? Do you remember when we were on live and I made that joke? And I said, I said, oh, we should call the spa, but I laughed about it. And she jumped in the box and she goes, I'm on my way to her spa right now. And I thought she was joking. So I was like, are you really? And she goes, yeah, I'm almost there. But when she was talking to, when she was talking to someone in there, I didn't hear anybody, so I thought she was lying. Thank you, Chelsea. Yeah, but I thought she was lying. Wow. I didn't think that she was really telling the truth.
No. She said she went in there and asked for a job.
She did.
No.
That was confirmed to me yesterday.
My question
And I showed you the proof of it. So.
Okay, and this is the last part of the video, and it's Melissa, Diane Ruiz's friend, speaking about Coral and Papa Steve. Okay.
But hear me out. I want y'all to hear me out.
We weren't even going at you. Why are you up here?
Huh? I get you. So here, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to dip out.
God.
And like Coral said, she said, who are you to mention Steve? You don't know Steve. You don't talk to Steve. I've had Steve in my lives. And he has always come into my life with respect. He's never been disrespectful.
I've never seen him disrespectful anywhere. He's great.
And the only time that I have heard him, get loud is when V was in my live and she was talking a whole bunch of mess, and Steve came up and he was like, and he started to go off on her, and rightfully so. And I'm glad he came in because I just sat back and I listened and I watched it all unfold. And that is the day that Team Wade came crashing the fuck down.
I try to do it back about on my lap right now.
All right, and I think that's where it ends. So I'll drop the link for anybody who wants. It's called TikTok Lives. I think I'll say over on YouTube though, respectfully. Neither can I, Natasha. All right. Well, honestly, that gave me a headache.
Me too.
I don't think I want to look into Courtney anymore because I don't think there's any significance there.
I think it was sufficiently looked into.
Yeah, I think I'm good. What I have more interest into is listening to the Papa Steve live that I said I wanted to listen to, because at least he could give us some insight into his conversations with Wade, his relationship with Wade, and trying to understand.
You know, the one we never listened to here is that one he did with that 23-and-1 guy. That was the best Steve interview I've ever heard.
Yeah, I'd rather listen to that so we could actually educate ourselves and learn something from it versus just listening to some catty bitches, respectfully. I do say respectfully, don't I? I'm realizing I do that.
Well, it's a good coverall.
Yeah, I could officially check the Courtney's box, and I'm aware, Courtney, you've been talking shit. I really don't give a shit. It shows more about you guys if you need to spend your time doing that. I'm not talking shit about you guys. I'm reviewing what you guys willingly are putting out there. And the only reason I'm going over it is paralleling it to Wade.
Correct.
And trying to put all the pieces together. You're someone that I don't think has relevance. And once you are a liar, you're a liar to me. You've lost all credibility. And the truth always remains the same. And so within a 1 hour period, your story changed numerous times. And it shouldn't be whether or not you like the person. The truth is the truth, even if you don't like the person. Right. And for you to flip from Kelly's a victim, not a victim, Kelly's a victim, not a victim, it shows that your truth changes depending on who you like at the time. It's not how it works. Even if you can't stand someone, you need to be able to be grown enough and mature enough to acknowledge when they might be right about something. It's not easy, right? It doesn't feel good when someone you may despise, you have to acknowledge they're being honest.
Right.
But you do that because it's called being a fucking adult, especially in a situation like this. You guys really should be coming together and advocating more about DV and defending these victims and what happened to them and preventing more victims in the future. But instead you spend your time doing this.
Right. There could be a wealth of information for younger girls who are dating men who have those tendencies. They could give them warning signs and say things that have happened to them.
Right.
That could really help out.
Hi, Jamie. Yeah, maybe share, hey, this was my relationship with him, and I can tell you what my experience was. I never would have expected this. I didn't see it versus comparison to another girl's relationship with him, and this is what I did see, and
exactly.
Help people understand and see potential red flags. But what you're doing to each other, it's just sad. It really is. It's just sad, and it makes me very concerned that we live in a society where you are openly telling this double murderer it's okay. Not only is it okay, but you could fantasize about what you're going to do to me, which is what you did to these victims. What are you doing?
Right.
Hey, April. All right, well, I'll stop there. We're doing Idaho Wednesday night. Shay's not available tomorrow, so we're doing Wednesday. So maybe I'll come back tomorrow and we'll continue with this.
Okay.
Obviously, I'll let you guys know tomorrow. But thank you, Tess. Thank you, members. You guys are the absolute best. I love Mondays solely because it's members only Monday. And thank you for anyone who may be watching who may not be able to afford a membership. I appreciate you guys just as much. So thank you for being here. And yeah, I hope you all have an amazing night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Everyone sleep good. Make tonight count. Do something good. Just, go do something good before bed. It'll feel good.
Absolutely. All right. Okay. Good night, guys.
Good night. Bye.